In example 2, we've got some data that shows the pH level of 16 pools. We also know that this data is approximately normally distributed. We're going to sketch a normal model using the empirical rule. To do that, what we need to do is figure out the mean and the standard deviation. I've already entered my data in list 2, so what I'm going to do is go to the Stat button, S-T-A-T, cursor 1 to the right, hit one variable statistics, and then second and number 1. That gives us list 1, which actually is not the right list. Shoot, I should hit second and then 2 for me. If you entered your data in list 1, then you hit second 1. I entered mine in list 2, so I need to make sure that that appears on the screen. We can see here that the mean is approximately 7.4. So we'll do, actually we can just draw that curve right now, why not? There will be our mean, so we said that was 7.4. 1, 2, 3 above, 1, 2, 3 below. Ideally these should be exactly the same width apart. And then the standard deviation here is about 0.6. So we're going to add 0.6 to get 8, then 8.6, and then we're going to have 9.2. And then here we're going to subtract 0.6. So we'll get 6.8, 6.2, and then all the way down here looks like 5.6. Okay. Alright, so if we take a look at this, we're going to use the empirical rule to state the amount of data, 68% within one standard deviation above and below, 95% will be from 2 below to 2 above, and 99.7% of the data should fall right in here. Alright, excellent. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to check out part B. So in part B, it says the desired level, pH level for a pool to provide the most ideal conditions for eye and skin comfort and to provide proper disinfection is between 7.2 and 7.8. Are these values unusual? And for this one I would say no. Each value falls within one standard deviation of the mean, which is where 68% of the data is. So that's where a lot of the data falls, and therefore 7.2 to 7.8 wouldn't really be that unusual. When the pH level is above 8, we have in part C, eye and skin irritation can occur. Approximately what percentage of the data has a pH level above 8? Well, this is kind of interesting. If we look here, we're kind of looking at this piece, and we want to know what's over here to the right. It's going to be a little difficult to find that, but I think I can figure out what's over here to the left. Notice that half of this data is on the left and half is on the right. So from all the way on the left-hand side up to the mean would be 50%. Then we're going to look at this piece of data right here. This piece of data is from the mean to one standard deviation above, which is half of 68% or 34%. So if we add 50 and 34, we get 84%. But notice that's the amount of data that's lower than 8. We want to look here when the pH level is above 8. So we'll just take 100 and we'll subtract 84, which is 16%. So we could say 16% of the data falls from pH level of 8 and above.